Hello once again, all my comic collecting friends out there in the YouTube comic community. Comic Hoarder 410 here today, doing my very late entry to Vision of Comics subscriber contest. Told y'all I procrastinate, but Vision, I hope it's not too late. Don't think I missed the deadline, but if I did, sorry, no worries. But yeah, congratulations to you, Vision. See, you're up to 180 subs already. Keep that rolling. You deserve them all. If you guys have not checked out Vision of Comics and subscribed to his channel, great videos. The link will be down below. Check him out. And of course, thank you, Vision, for being one of the many generous YouTubers. There's so many giveaway contests going on right now. I can't even keep up with doing the videos, but thank you for being generous. And, you know, we're lucky we have this great community with so many generous, good-natured people. So thank you, congrats, and let's get it started. First question was, who's your favorite cosmic comic book characters? And first off, I've always been a big Space Ghost fan. This is Hanna-Barbera's Super TV Heroes. This is number 3, and this is Space Ghost's second appearance. He did a Gold Key one-shot. You know, he was introduced in the cartoons, this being his second comic book appearance, actually. So, if you want to talk Marvel and DC, you know, when I was in like middle school, getting into really serious comic book reading and really starting to comprehend a lot of the more adult themes and stuff in the books I was reading, they put out Thanos Quest and then they put out Infinity Gauntlet, and for me, it just cemented Thanos as one of the most badass villains, and been a fan of his work and Jim Starlin's work pretty much, you know, since then. So, I was lucky enough, this is my Thanos Quest book 1. I was lucky enough to get Jim Starlin to sign it. And there's my number 2. He also signed this. And, you know, most people I'm sure have read this in the Infinity Gauntlet. But if you haven't, check them both out. Because I almost enjoy Thanos Quest more than the Infinity Gauntlet. How he got all the Infinity Gems. They're both great stories. So check them out. As for DC, my favorite cosmic stuff, the New Gods. Definitely. This is my number 1. I got it CGC'd at a 9.2. I don't know if you can see the grade there, but it's a pretty awesome copy. Nice, sharp cover. Very happy to have that. Of the New Gods, my favorite is Darkseid, even though he's the villain, which is kind of ironic because, excuse me, Thanos is pretty much almost like Marvel's version of Darkseid. And also like Orion a lot. Thought he was always badass. Next question. What's your favorite licensed comic book? All time, you know, growing up, it was Transformers and this, G.I. Joe. This is probably my favorite licensed comic of all time. Big G.I. Joe fan, working on this complete run. This is my issue 155, the final issue from Marvel, and I got it graded in a 9.2. Definitely also really like, I think I need to make note that one of the better relaunches of a property was Top Cow's Battle of the Planet series from the early 2000s. Just well done, and so many great artists were fans that they contributed great covers. And here's a beautiful Michael Turner cover. Really need to get out of this dingy poly bag and put in a Mylar. This is Michael Turner's cover, and he had Mark Brooks. He did a different style of inking that's more of like a pencil shading inking type style. And this cover just turned out really beautifully, and I remember a lot of artists were kind of blown away by this cover. You know, other bigwigs in the industry even took a step back and commented. So, beautiful cover there. And also this this Battle of the Planets number 1 holofoil variant by Alex Ross, and he was such a huge fan of Gatchaman, G-Force, and Battle of the Planets that, you know, he did not only, you know, covers for this series, he did the box art for the DVD set. So, absolutely love that cover. And as far as a current licensed comic, I think Steve Niles' Ash and the Army of Darkness has been very well done. even though I understand the next issue or two is going to be wrapping up his storyline and they're going to put a new writer on it. But that's been a good read if you're an Army of Darkness fan. Next question, what's your favorite origin story? And a lot of people don't like Wolverine origin, but I do like what Paul Jenkins did with the character. I don't like when they toy with continuity most of the time, but I think he did a very good job with that. But I think the all-time best origin story in one comic book, Amazing Fantasy 15, Spider-Man's origin, just probably, just like everyone else out there, 99% of you, my favorite characters are Spidey and Batman. And the origin story still holds up to this day, still has that impact. It's all encapsulated in that one issue, how he gets his powers, how he becomes a man, through the death of Uncle Ben, and he learns that incredible lesson of with great power comes great responsibility, and it's a masterpiece from start to finish that still truly will have an impact on a first-time reader even today. That's my all-time favorite. You want to know what's our most anticipated book that's coming out? I think it's actually out now. It might be at my shop, but New Lone Wolf and Cub has been a sequel by the original creators. If you're a fan, what more can you ask for? But really looking forward to George Perez's new Boom book. What I think it was going to be called, I forget, She-Devils maybe, but I think now it's Sirens. I don't know. But looking forward to that. Big George Perez fan. What series am I trying to collect? Finishing up Conan and Jonah Hex. Have like maybe 5 or 6 issues to go to finish my Epic Akira run. And I love that series. So really want to get all the rest of the Epic Comics versions. Lone Wolf and Cub, I need issue 39, and I'm done with that. Closing in on finishing New Teen Titans, another series I'm a big fan of. And Grendel, I have all Volume 2, I have his first appearance. I have every Grendel book except for the mini comic that came with the Kamiko Grendel slipcase collection. I'm missing that. I can't remember the title offhand. And I need the original 3-issue Grendel series. I need 2 and 3, and then I'll be done with that. So hopefully those are on the horizons. Those are pretty realistic because I'm most of the way done those runs. He also wanted to know what's your comic or comic-related item that you own that you went up in value and you're surprised about it. And I'm really glad with all the hype around this book, but it shocked me. Like I said, I've always been a big Jim Starlin fan, and I've liked Dreadstar since the 80s, and I think it's a great story. It was very underrated. I showed these months back, and I even said, this number one in particular, not so much the graphic novel, this number one has been dollar bin fodder since the 80s. You know, decade after decade, you could find it in the dollar bin. And if you'd have told me in the 80s or the 90s or even 2 years ago what people would be paying for Dreadstar number one, I'd have never believed it. But I'm glad, it stinks if you're trying to buy them right now. But this is one series I'm kind of glad is getting hyped up because it's flown under the radar for so long that if this hype helps a lot more people read this book, then that makes me happy. I think that's a cool thing. And definitely worth reading. Pick it up if you haven't, and if you can't afford it, look for a trade. But yeah, that's a number one. And this I really love. If you're a Dreadstar fan, if you're looking to pick up Dreadstar stuff, this is Marvel graphic novel number 3, and it's the Dreadstar graphic novel, obviously. I mean, look at that Jim Starlin painted cover. And the art inside is also painted, and this is a beauty from start to finish. Can't recommend it enough. Pick that up. If you're a fan, if you don't mind spending the money, because I actually don't even know what this one goes for. I've seen what the number one of the series is going for, but I haven't really checked on this graphic novel in a bit, but it's a definite great read. You won't be sorry. Last but not least, Vision wanted to know, what are your other hobbies? Also, I'm a big movie buff, own a lot of movies, like watching movies, like going to the movies. Also collect toys, collect movie posters. My grandfather left me a lot of his collectibles. I have like his record collection, his vinyl. I have his, me and my brother split his beer can collection. left me his Lionel electric trains, which I absolutely treasure. He left me part of his coin collection. My mother got most of the good stuff, but that's probably the rightful way it should have worked out. He really left us all some cool stuff, and we, like I said, we have a lot of. My uncle was a collector too. Both my uncles were collectors. My dad saved some of his stuff. My mom never threw away any of our stuff growing up. So I have a family of collectors and people who respect that type of hobby and preserving the stuff that you have. So got lucky in that, and as such, I have a lot of good collections of stuff. Big animal person. I love dogs. Like to go fishing, and don't do it anymore because I'm in my late 30s. But when I was younger, I used to play music and played soccer most of my young life. So yeah, but that's about it. Thank you all for stopping by and checking me out. I always appreciate your time. Thank you again, Vision, for doing this contest, and congratulations to you. Check out the link below to Vision of Comics channel. And everyone, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and enjoy your comic book reading.